Good morning, everyone. So I think we are preparing for our next game, like we prepare for all the other games. So yeah, we are ready to go.
Do your thoughts, and you've been watching your next opponent, that is Sundowns, I'm sure, playing in other competition. Your thoughts and your preparations about the game on Wednesday?
Good morning, everyone. I think, as Machine said, we take every game serious, and it's a big game, and we are expected to do what we did in the previous games.
There you go. Members of the media, it's up to you now. We'll go straight and I will not interrupt. We'll just flow as we go.
Mushimi Benjamin Irenda, Eswatini Daily News. Mushimi, what do you think has changed in your game compared from last season when you started slowly, but towards the end you were playing? But this season you have started from the start and your game is what we know Mushimi to be. What do you think has changed?
I think as footballers, we're always looking to improve our game. So I think it's what I've been working for, to improve my game, and I also see some improvement. So yeah, I'm happy.
As well, both players, you're playing against the Sundowns. From sports. You're playing against Sundowns. Sundowns, when their previous match, they are wounded. They come to you. Is this the right time to play them? And how do you guard against a team that is wounded coming to you at FNB?
I think we know the quality of Sundowns very well. We can never say because they lost their previous game, and maybe it's gonna be an easy game. It's not gonna be an easy game. They're a very strong team. They have their positives, but also their negatives. So we're just gonna be working to capitalize on the negatives, and yeah, making sure that we play our A game.
I also think these type of games, the previous results, they don't matter, because in the day it's always who's the best and who wants it more. And obviously tactically you have to be sharp, and also they're a big team and you can't take it away. So even us, we're going there, we want to win the game, and we also want to do our best, and we are not concerned about anything, and we are not focusing on what happened on their game on Saturday.
Benjamin Irenda once again here. You have been included in the coaches, national team coaches preliminary round. To you as a player, what does that mean, having played for the under-20, under-23, now the coach is calling you, though it's a preliminary thing, SWAD, but you have been called. What does this mean to you and your game?
I think it's everyone's dream to play for Bafana or to represent their national teams. And for me, I just need to really work hard in these two games so that I can put myself in the team, because it's not easy, and you saw how the team has been performing, and the consistency around everyone and the players. So for me, it's all about doing my job and waiting for the right moment, and I believe if the right moment is now, it's going to happen now.
You're one of the players who were vocal last season, even the season before, about Kaizer Chiefs not doing well. This season in Kaizer, you've got full compliments of points in your Betway Premiership matches. Angashaiwa and Dominias Kokela and Jama point. Going forward, looking at where you are now and where you want to go, Ms. Michelle in this season.
So what I can say is we want to be better than last season in every aspect, and we have goals around inside the team, and we also have, as you see, those are the goal. That's the goal. That was a goal for us, which we accomplished, and we are happy. We managed to get 9 points out of this, and we are looking forward to the upcoming games.
Sure. Playing from the CBC here. This game, obviously, no tough midfield battle. What is key for Chiefs in being ahead of Sundowns, especially we saw in the last 2 matches, the games between Sundowns and Pirates, and how it proved to be a game of 2 halves and Pirates having an upper hand in the second half. What's key for Chiefs and being ahead of this midfield battle?
I think with the previous games, we've showed that we can play Sundowns and we can beat them. So I think the game plan worked very well in our last game with them. So I think we just have to continue with the game plan. We know Sundowns is a team that they like to have the ball. So with us is to defend well, and we make sure that we do get them when we get our chances.
There's a new signing. There are a few signings actually at Kaizer Chiefs, but one of them is Luke Bartman Upure. You know, Ninan Kulela, like Kaizer Chiefs, you are the product of this club. What would you say will work for him at Kaizer Chiefs if you had to have a conversation with him, looking at how big this club is and how big a prospect is now coming into this? What worked for you and what would you feed him in that regard?
I think we've had a few sessions with him. Firstly, I'll say he's a great player. I think for him it's just to play his football and learn, improve his game everywhere that he needs to improve. And then the pressure of the team, I would say that it's natural when you play for Chiefs. There is that pressure, but I think with the talent he has, and I think he's gonna do well for the team.
I think Luke also is a good player. It's a good signing for us, and he's gonna help us a lot. What he needs to do, he needs to focus on himself and always be himself, training also in the field, and also he must play with his heart so that people can see that. And another thing, he mustn't listen to everyone. You know, he must do his thing and close the noise outside.
Mshini, we've got the coach is back. He's back in the team. We saw him in the country. He's back. Do things change having the senior coach back, or it's still going to be like business as usual?
I think firstly we are happy as a team to have our coach back, and is doing well also. So yeah, it's always great to have our coach back. So we're looking forward to the game. I think it's the same team. They work together as a technical team, so there wasn't so much difference, you know, that he was away. So I think it's just back and we keep going.
I'm going to ask us if there is last question and we close this round.
Yes. How important are your numbers as we go forward? Especially also now that you're in the national team space and you also have good competition. I don't want to talk about what's happening going forward in terms of the national team space, but how important are the numbers? The player in your position must have good numbers.
I think as an attacking midfielder, as a striker, you always want to score and you always want to create chances and have assists. So numbers are very important in the game for any player. So for me, I'm working on that, and I'm also working on getting more goals and more assists.
There seems to be better communication with the front lately. Did you guys have a chat amongst yourself, and we've seen better combination with you and Savino all of a sudden? Do you have chats amongst yourself to say, don't let the guard down?
I think what's happening now, it's a continuation of what happened last season. It's just that last season things didn't go our way, but this season it's still the same team and the same players. So we understand each other, and we've been here for so long, and some of the players we came from the DDC and coming this side. So even at training, we do those things, and I think the combinations are well now.
Miguel, take us through the last few days of your training, watching Sundowns playing in another competition, and your preparations in a nutshell.
Morning, everybody. Yeah, I think we are preparing the game against Sundowns the same way that we prepare other games. You know, of course, we have massive respect for Sundowns because in the end of the day, they are the PSL winners. They have a good team, they have good players, but the main focus here is in ourselves, what we can bring to the game and give continuation to our moment in the PSL.
Thank you very much, members of the media. It's over to you.
Miguel, what did you, watching the Pirates Sundowns game, what did you see in that game that could potentially help you guys get one over Sundowns?
Yeah, I think people are thinking that because Sundowns lost the game against Pirates, they are no longer having confidence. But I don't see that way. I see it's part of the football, you know. Of course, Sundowns it's a big club. They play for big trophies. But as I said, our focus it's not in Sundowns. We have to be focused in ourselves, in our job, in our duty, what we can do to go over Sundowns, and of course we will analyze and see the strengths and the weak points of Sundowns. Of course they have some weak points the same way that they have some strong points, and we have to be ready for that, and that's the main focus.
Miguel, in the last game against Richards Bay, when Zita Benika came in, you gave him the captain's armband. What does that mean to you? I mean, and what was the gesture for?
Yeah, in the previous interview I said, and I always say that Zita for me is our Madala, you know, is our captain for me, to be honest. I don't say it just for the interview, I feel it. I have no instruction to give the armband to Zita, but I feel like he deserves it more than a player. He's a fantastic human being, he's a fantastic leader, as we are always searching for in the group. And I feel that, yeah, it's his moment, you know, you have a big history in the club. And I respect that. I respect the fact that Zita, from the last season, he never dropped the level. You know, he's one of the players that we have to focus on him, because he's a good example of what we want to be in the future. And for the young generation, I think they also have to look at Zita as a role model, as they're looking for. They don't need to go outside to look for a role model. They have Zita. For me, he's a role model of a hard worker. It's the consistent player that we are looking for to be. Zita is there in the bad moments, in the good moments. So I think it was and it will be, I don't know, the squad of Wednesday, but I have no problems to say if Zita will start the game, I will give him the armband, of course.
Miguel, just how crucial is it for you guys to continue with the winning streak and maintain that 100% record in the league?
Yeah, I think it's a moment that we have to understand that the consistency that we are always talking and looking for, it's the moment right now. So we are in the 3 games in a row with consistently winning. So we just have to keep going, because that's what will give us the boost to have a great season and to achieve something bigger that we are looking for.
Miguel, also you guys have kept 3 clean sheets. It's looked very uniform in the defensive structures this season. Why has that been the case this season? And are you confident that you can do it again, with many people saying the Sundowns team will provide the first real test to that back four?
Yes, so from the last season that I said that it's a process now, we are in the middle of a process. I think that we start to having some results. I think we have the results of the hard work that we put in the preseason. Even if we didn't have the best results, we know that we are working for something. We had our ideas settled to go on the PSL and to test it. So by the moment it's working, we will see on Wednesday what Sundowns are capable to do. But of course we are in a good moment, and we are trusting one another. And I think that's the biggest difference from the last season. I think this season our team it's more connected, and that's what we're looking for on the preseason, to work on it, the connection, to create the bond. And I think we are having the results of. Of course, it's too early to say that we can achieve something or not, but from the moment I'm very happy with the team and with our defense. We are doing a good job, I think.
You've spoken about turning. You're going for your 4th game. Do you think, or do you consider the Sundowns match as a must-win on this?
Yeah, all the games that Kaizer Chiefs play have to be a game to win, you know. Of course, with all the respect, as I said before, for Sundowns. We are a big team, we are a big club. Of course, playing at home, having our supporters, not only at home, because we always play at home. So, of course, we play in Joburg, in our city. It's like you said, we have to create our castle here to get the maximum points of this PSL. Of course, Sundowns, it will be a big test, but I think the boys, they are ready, the team is ready to face this challenge, and hopefully we will get out with a win.
Miguel, you're still on the fans. Your fans have come in and criticized you some last season, not winning this, not qualifying for that, but this time around, they seem to be singing your praises as players, and they're beginning to attend matches in larger numbers. What does it say to you as the club, as the captain, as the players, seeing that now the fans have tended to be on your side? How much of a motivation is that?
Yeah, in my vision, there is it's different fans and supporters. So this season, not only this season, last season also, the majority of Kaizer Chiefs supporters, not fans, they truly support us in the bad moments and in the good moments. Of course, having a good start this season, our supporters, not fans, they are supporting us, and we are giving back with hard work, with results. But I think it's very important that we are connected, not only the team, but also with the supporters, because it will make us easier when the team is not doing well and we see that they are still there, they are still supporting us. It will give us that boost, that energy that we need for. And of course, I have no words for the Kaizer Chiefs supporters, because they are a massive, massive part of our good results on this start of the season.
Miguel, this weekend you guys weren't playing in a competition. You had a rest. Do you think it's an advantage for you guys not taking part in the other competition and giving you guys more time to prepare perhaps for this one?
Yeah, definitely we had more time, but you know, when you have a short time of recovery, in terms of fitness it's not good, but in terms of the game, the players of Sundowns, they want to play this game, you know, because they come from a bad result. So we know they are motivated to come and do something different. We are preparing our game with more time, with more training sessions than them. But the training is the training and the game is the game. In my point of view, it's always better when you play, not when you train. But I think we have our preparation very, very settled and ready for this game.
Skipper, you heading to your 2nd game before the international break. When you look maybe in terms of your projections in a block of 15, 9 out of 15 now, and how important is to be closer to that 15 maximum as you head to this international break? I'm sure you have there in your dressing room there on the wall your targets.
Yeah, you're right. We have our targets. I think we are in a good way. We are not thinking on the future. We are thinking on the present. So in the present, what we can achieve, it's the 12 points. So our focus, it's all in the 12 points, not in the 15. We'll go game by game, as I said before, brick by brick. So for now, we are not focused on that international break or the time that will come. We are focused on Sundowns to achieve our 12 points, and that's our biggest point right now.
Miguel,
it will be the last one.
Miguel, as a captain, what do you make of the 3 new signings, Belebai, Barkman, as well as Tukadaro?
Yeah, so we had a few sessions with them. From what I see, I'm very happy. There are players that they come and bring different energy. As I told them, the biggest message that I have for them is they have to be themselves, you know, they have to continue to do what brings them here. So what brings them here was the football, was the way that they're playing in the previous club. So they just have to continue and do their best, and they will help our team for sure.
The coach is here to give us a briefing on the preparations for Sundowns match on Wednesday. Coach, you can start with your intros based on the last game you played and working to prepare for this game to date. How has it been going?
Good morning, everyone. Obviously, Wednesday it's a tough fixture, but we are all excited to get to that game. The week has been good. We played last on Tuesday, and we had a whole week of preparation, and everything is going well, except I'm pretty sure that everyone has noticed that there was something going on, like a flu. But we hope that on Wednesday we will be good, and we are all excited to get to that. It's always a very good opponent that we face, but to see the progress that we have made, we want to play those kind of games, and to see where we are at, and we can't wait to get to Wednesday. Thank you.
Coach, most of the media is over to you, Benjamin. Go ahead.
Coach Benjamin Nyirenda is sorting Daily News. You have said about the flu, but apart from the flu, Aiden McArthur was taken out with an injury. What's your injury update on him and other players that last time we spoke about?
About Aiden, he hasn't trained since that day. The medical staff are working very hard to put him back on the field, but we will have to wait and see how he does tomorrow to decide whether he will be part of the game or not. Part that is as well, we have Shinga and Cross that have been sick the last 2 days. And Godaro that was as well injured at training 2 days ago. But apart of that, everyone else is and ready for the game.
Update on Simango and Dotri?
Those are injuries that have been for a long time, and Msimango is doing better, but it's not players that we believe that will be with us at least this month. Probably Msimango later next month, and given as well later next month.
Push. The availability of Silva, and I'm not sure if Godaro is based on what you said, but the availability of this type of strikers, especially as a focal point, what does this do to your options and this game in particular up front?
It's always good to have more options in your squad, and as well it creates more competition, and as well it gives you latitude of having another kind of profile of player, as Silva. Unfortunately, Godaro was injured 2 days ago, but someone like Silva, it's another profile that you get in these kind of games, and it's always good to have option, and we are looking at every option that we have, depending as well of the opponent that we are going to face, and we're pretty sure that everyone is going to be, he will help if not this game, but for the remainder of the season.
Coach, do you see this as a good time to face Sundowns? There's clearly some issues there. The best player is not in the country. Their transfer plans has not gone to plan. They're late in signing their players that they wanted. Do you see this as a good time to face them?
People may think that, but at the end you have to do your job. You have to do your job. You have to perform well on the field. It doesn't matter the context of or the circumstances of the opponent, but you still have to perform well on the field. And as well, don't forget that you are playing against the last 7 time champions, and I don't think that those kind of teams are troubled that easily. That's why we have been talking and working with our players to not rely on the outside not issues, because there is no issues, but on the words that they are hearing from outside. We still have to perform and to be at our best in every second, in every minute on Wednesday.
Coach, take us through the selection dilemma that you guys might be going through. Players that have started the season and have been consistent in a winning team versus some players that are now coming back that are either eligible, they've got their papers again, it's a recital. How do you work around that selection of keeping consistency, but also seeing some of the new players that were signed to help the team in such big games, wanting to get game time in big games as well?
It's tricky, but it's our everyday job because, as you said, you have to keep the consistency. It's a team that has been winning the first 3 games. I'm not talking about performing very well, because there is always a room for improvement. But as well, you need to be careful into incorporating as well the new players into a team that is is getting confident game by game, is getting points, is getting the job done. That's why we, as well as a technical staff, we need to be very careful to keep the momentum of the team, and as well to incorporate as well the new players that are coming, not coming back, but have that the papers have been sorted out, and as well you need as well to keep in mind that this team has been performing at a good level. Then you don't want the momentum to change, but the season is still long. A lot of games coming with the CAF and Nedbank and Carling. Everyone will be helpful and will help the team.
Coach, just a follow-up on
that will be last one.
On his selection. The coach is returning, we believe. Does that also change the way you guys have been selecting your team for the past 3 games? Because as much as Coach Kariu said that you talk on Zoom and stuff like that, but when the coach is physically here, maybe he could say we change here and there. What's the approach to this game?
The approach is always the same. It's true that the coach is here now. It's something that we are on the field every day, and the selection doesn't change. It's just that now he's physically here, and we talk every day. We are on the field every minute to see how the boys are performing, and we will choose the best players at the moment, at this moment, to represent Kaizer Chiefs on Wednesday.
Coach, there's always this philosophy that you are as good as your last 2 games or so. I'm going to see a change of some sort, or will that catch you napping if he may come and say 7 players that we played, I don't feel good with them, I want my team?
Let me just say that for Wednesday game, the players that will play, it's the best players, or not the best players, but the best team that can play together that we have at this moment.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Jovina, I think first of all, a strange one to discuss this morning, the challenge on determining capacity for Wednesday. So as we're sitting here, ticket sales on 27,000 rounded. Now, if you allow me the opportunity just to elaborate a bit, we've presented 2 plans to the ESSPC, a plan on 45,000 and a plan on 60,000. Now, to give some perspective to that, we always say safety and security comes first, but you need to balance commercial aspects related to planning as well. So if we go on the 60,000 planned capacity opposed to the 45, there's a 500,000 difference in cost related to city services, JMPD, medical, private, security companies. So at this point in time, we made a decision. There's a meeting. As we speak, there's the Safety and Security Planning Committee meeting. We've made a decision, and in discussions with the club, with their blessings, to make a call on this at 12 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now, it's a strange phenomenon that we're playing this fixture on a Wednesday evening at 7:30. People need to travel, and then also it's end of the month. It's payday in between. So as we're sitting, we're a bit in the dark on the planning, but we need to make a call on that by 12 o'clock tomorrow. So, and that obviously impacts a lot of things. Gates that's open, it impacts the traffic and transport management plan, it impacts the parking allocation. But we've prepared for both scenarios, fully prepared, presented to the City JOC and approved. We now need to make the call on what plan we're going with.
There we go. Members of the media, is there any questions you'd like to ask Patrick?
Yes, Mr. Bertin, so what you're saying is, as things stand, allocation is at 27,000, so or tickets sold, and determination will be made tomorrow by 12 p.m. if you are interested.
Well, the planning capacity at the moment that's approved is for 45,000 and for 60,000. The meeting has to make a collective decision with the club tomorrow. Are we going to go for 45 or for 60,000? So the impact of that is, if the decision is on 45, if you buying ticket number 46,001, that you're not going to be able to attend the fixture. And that's the balance between commercial, the need of the fans and the requirements of the fans, and safety and security.
Just a follow-up on what Vedile is saying. So hypothetically thinking, tomorrow 12 p.m. we have 46,000 tickets sold. Do you close the tickets and tickets sold out, or whatever language you use, or what do you do? Because tomorrow is a Wednesday, and obviously it's different from a weekend. The traffic, people are coming from work and all that stuff. How do you control that?
Now, if we close to 45,000 tomorrow, we'll make a decision to go to 60,000, most definitely. And it will be a well-reasoned decision with all stakeholders involved, and it will be well communicated to the fans and all stakeholders. And that will obviously also impact the sales, whether there's going to be sales at the venue itself. So that's another aspect we need to take into consideration, and that we do take into, because people are used to buying tickets at the venue now. But we've got the number. the average number of sales at the venues, and that will be taken into account when we deliberate and make that decision.
What times are the gates open?
The gates open at 16:30 for the kickoff at 19:30 on Wednesday.
Anything on the roads, closing and stuff like that, Jack?
Yes, as you all know, and we've been singing this hymn for quite a while now, the impact of the pedestrian bridge across the Soweto Highway. And we've discussed it with JMPD, and for the event on Wednesday, there will be JMPD security controlled stop and go on the Soweto Highway to allow people to cross the Soweto Highway. And we've seen it's an absolute mess if you can't get the people from the northern side parking areas, Sherwold, the Kidneys, if you can't get them across Soweto Highway to access the venue. So that's a change. And then the other normal parking road closures will apply. Parking availability on the north, west and southern side of the venue. So Expo Centre will be available. The western side is the traditional VIP parking. We will allow parking there for the early birds, and that parking space will be closed the minute it reaches capacity, and then Sherwold and the southern side at Expo will be available.
And the pitch?
Before we get to the pitch, let's close the logistics first. The issue of e-hailing, any other via any arrangements?
No Rea Vaya available for this specific match. E-hailing will be available with their dedicated parking allocation, but no Rea Vaya and public transport, unfortunately, or organized public transport except for the taxis.
The last one on logistics would be the traffic marshals, parking area, what to look out for in terms of scavengers and all that.
Gavina, it's again my song that you can write without me saying that. If there's parking, there's dedicated parking areas that's clearly demarcated, and you'll see that's the areas that's lit. And with a capacity of 45,000, 50,000 people, you'll be able to get out rather quickly. Obviously, the ingress is going to be an issue with normal Wednesday afternoon traffic, but park in the areas that we've got security deployed. Those areas are also covered by CCTV cameras linked directly to the venue operating center. If you park in dark areas that's not part of the parking plan, we can't offer you that peace of mind that your vehicle has been looked after by physical human beings on the ground, as well as the digital option of CCTV cameras at night assisting us in those areas.
Yeah, the pitch, how is it now? You spoke about it coming from winter, going to summer, the sun this, the sun that. Where are we now?
It's becoming spring, so the shade line is definitely moving, and I think you've seen that in the past fixtures. There's a definite improvement, so it's really not an urban legend that I'm trying to sell to you. Winter has got impact on the pitches. I'm very happy. This morning I took my normal morning stroll on the pitch. Northern side getting much better. Still not as covered as the southern side. And then they did a lot of work over the weekend again on the artificial. Those of you that had a close look at it, you would have seen on the western side it's been affixed, but on the other side it was just laid out. So they're busy gluing that and fixing that. On the outer perimeter, or the outer perimeter of the pitch, those sand areas, that's been compacted now, seeded. So yeah, each and every week, a much better looking pitch. And for me, the important thing is between the four white lines, that the players are happy and that players can say the pitch is assisting one-touch football and that I don't need to touch the ball twice and it's bumping over my foot. And we're really getting there.
Thank you very much. Last two questions, 3 questions.
just to ask, we've moved now from other platforms to open tickets for like selling tickets. But 2 weeks ago in Soweto, we saw that we had a ticket issue still. Is that being resolved to making sure that we combat the counterfeit tickets at the stadium?
Very good question, thank you. And let me give you an update on where we're at with the tickets. We in a position now where we can, to the T, monitor attempts at fake tickets entering the venue. And on 20,000 tickets that's actually presented to be scanned, we're currently at a point where 5,000 is fake tickets, reused tickets. So what we see a lot, people arriving at an event with a ticket from last week, attempting to scan, and people trying to double scan. Now, I'm very happy with the fact that we're at the point where we're identifying those tickets and that we able to address the tickets at this tickets flashpoints. You know what I referred to before you get to the scanning point. Unfortunately, 2 issues. One, the connectivity issue that we've worked a lot on, and that's being improved to the extent that I can say we're on 80%, so all scanning devices being connected. The next thing is people literally overwhelming security and scanning staff. And we in close planning with SAPS, the private security forces, and we're winning that battle. And we're going to win it very soon. We're also currently looking at measures to implement the turnstiles again. I think you all realize why we're not doing it at the moment. If you've got 5,000 people arriving at, or 2,000 people arriving at the turnstile that only opens with a valid ticket, you're going to get pushing and shoving to get inside the venue there. So we first need to sort out this issue by getting those fake ticket holders that we've identified now out of the system. And once we've done that, we can look at other technology to improve the access to the venues. So yeah, work in progress. And I know it's a frustration. I know it's got an impact on safety and security. It's got an impact on the fan experience. But we're working on that, and we're going to win this battle.
Bertie, just as a follow-up on this one, the issue of bribing of security doesn't seem to be going away, and I've noted now even on social media platforms and even some people talk without understanding the seriousness of this thing, even to members of the media, boasting about, I paid security to go in. How difficult is to deal with this, and how do you address it, and how difficult is to also address it with the security companies?
Really, yeah, it is a problem that's not going away, but in this season, we've already identified, and I'm not referring to any other venues, at the venues we managed, we've identified 10 security guards that we catch out via technology, via CCTV cameras. It's obviously extremely difficult when the search is on. I'm honest with you. If the people are 20 deep at the scanning points and at the access points, it's really difficult to pick that up with digital technology. But we're working on that. Even with there was a court case on Friday in Durban with the Nedbank Cup final, where people were arrested for selling fake tickets. And the minute we get convictions on this, and all event organizers and clubs are serious enough, we're going to eliminate. It's going to be a while before we eradicate, but we'll definitely eliminate it. And the fans should know that we are really working on finding a solution. It's also reputational damage to the venues, to the clubs, if this is not sufficiently managed. And we take note, we realize the impact of it, and we are really working hard towards a solution. But my final word on that, I always say, there's a third party that we're not addressing in this, and that's the fans. Don't buy a ticket if you buy it around the stadium. If it's not at one of the outlets or digitally, it's going to be fake. Please assist us in this. What was heartwarming is over the last 2 fixtures, to me when I'm on the ground, to say, I saw people selling tickets there, there, and there. And we made an arrest at Orlando the other day on info received from a client on the ground. So please continue doing that.
Last one, as we close.
There's one thing that continues to be persistent. Fan violence. I mean, every time we speak to you, you talk about sophisticated systems and all that. And what is surprising me mostly is that you will see a lot of securities coming in, facing the fans. A fan can just hit a player, and this security guy is looking at this guy. Is there a way, really, to nip it on the bud, to a point that we can get to a point of picking that person and taking him through the security system and say, we're going to show an example, say, in the stadiums I manage, we'll never tolerate this nonsense?
Yeah, we're definitely working towards that, and I can't speak for other venues. And fortunately, this season has been incident-free at the venues we manage. But again, there you need to make use of technology, identify people inside the crowd, because the club is also assisting a lot. They're employing crowd management marshals or ushers that assist us with getting the message across to the VOC. And yeah, there's different roles. Those you see facing the crowd is there to identify people trying to enter the pitch and the playing surface. And then there's people that you don't even notice inside the crowd. And then in the corners of the venues at the tunnels, there's people dealing with pitch invaders on the pitch itself. So yeah, it all continues. It's a work in progress, and you need to identify the risks and adapt to that with each and every fixture.
Thank you very much, members of the media, and that was vintage Bertie for you today. Thank you very much.